Today I have a rather severe cough. Today I'm going to be trying to complete 5 coding problems in 5 minutes on HackerRank. Since I've never used these like lead code style platforms before, I had to kind of get used to that, and that was an added challenge to this challenge. Um on the right, I'll have a 5-minute timer, and on the left, I'll try to do my coding. The reason I'm doing this is because I've abandoned Python coding for one entire month. So I guess I'm trying to get back to it now. And with that comes trying to gauge how much I've forgotten coding, and to be honest, I feel like I have not forgotten anything, or at least most things. Now, at this first attempt, I did a total of 4 coding problems in 5 minutes. For whatever reason, I could not wrap my head around the 5th coding problem in time, so I'm going to try again later, maybe today or tomorrow, whenever I want. Um, so to do that, I just reset my submissions and any progress I made. I just replaced all of my attempts with hi again. Um, so let's see what future me comes up with. Hey, future me. Yeah. Did you like prepare? As in, did you like go and try to figure out HackerRank's interface? No. No? That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I told myself that I would only have 3 chances at this challenge, and I guess that was too generous of me since I was done in my second attempt. The third one was unnecessary, I guess. Now you might have noticed that despite not using any of the models they imported for me here, I still passed all the tests when I submitted my code. And I'm not sure why, but this format of checks usually means they're using unit tests for this. Now, I don't have access to the code base of HackerRank, so I wouldn't know this is true. But if they were checking these tests by unit tests, I would imagine that they would have 2 functions, one by me and one by whoever coded this, and they would first store the input and output of those functions and then compare those instead of comparing the code that was used inside the both of the functions. So they wouldn't know whether or not I used any of the models they gave me, because they're not comparing the codes, they're only comparing the outputs. Now you might be wondering, what were those models supposed to be used for anyways? And frankly, I have no idea, because I just did what I would do normally, and it did not present me with any repercussions, such as by showing an error or such as by showing a failed test. And normally, I would just write out my projects with little to no uncustomized packages, usually only 2 or so if I do. For example, I made this little coloring grid just marginally before I tried my second attempt. And in the code of this, I only used the Pygame library and the system module. And the system module wasn't entirely necessary here either. Speaking of this project, I was actually thinking of making this like a little application that could be used to draw emoji art. You could take this AI generated modification as a prototype and example of that. By the way, I tried this exact same challenge last month in January of this year. How I did that was a bit differently though. So how I did this was I collected a bunch of coding problems that I saw Python beginners do, specifically 6, and I randomly tried to complete 5 of them within 5 minutes. And either they were really difficult, or I don't know what was with my state of mind at the time, because what I wrote in my video notes is that I started typing out the entire alphabet for a vowels list. Overall, I really enjoyed my experience coming back to coding, and I can really see how I thought that this was my favorite activity to do, and I would still say that it is my favorite. Thanks for watching until the end, and I hope you have even more fun today and tomorrow.